Hello, friends. Um, my apologies for being late. I was supposed to do like around 3, but I was super busy. Um, yeah, please, excuse me, a little moment. I'm trying to get things done. I should have hold things on hold. Yeah, just put everything on hold. You see, it. Anyway, this is a drama stream, and this will be my the only time I will be doing this. Or maybe not. I mean, this will be my only time doing this about Dan Sobel. After this, I got some other people that I will be doing on in the future. Maybe during the 2 weeks. But I won't take that long. It would be like over an hour or so. But yeah, maybe like 90 minutes. So yeah, basically how it is. I'll do the best I can. Out of the way, let's get started. If you would give me a moment, I'm going to clear some things out. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I have to put it on hold for now, but yeah, that's the best. Not too bad, not too bad. Voiced, of course. What does it matter? Yes, Unseen Pressure 3. Uh huh, yeah, I know. Hey, Super Mario Fan 2K9. Welcome to my stream. Okay, um, okay, yeah, not that much, but apparently, due to StreamYard's upgrades, it'll be a little longer for showing comments on stage, so a little bum. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just get to it. This is a drama stream. Eat. We are going to be talking about Dan Sobel. Before I do, I want to remind you that I don't condone anybody attacking or anything in particular. Without further ado, let's begin. Apparently, there's a lot of people ranting on stuff, but yeah, that's how it goes. You just never know what to think. Now, if you will give me another moment, I will get this done. I assure you, it'll be all done. No flesh. So today, hey guys, I'm not gonna bother doing all this. What I'll be doing a lot of things. Some of them may be a little shorter. Others, not so much. Good thing I put it on the list. So, yes, that's actually Dan Sobel's voice. Hello, Scene Pressure. Yes, I can. You have a. Let's see if I can find your channel. Okay, dude, I get there. Just let me do my stream, and I'll get back to you. Okay? This isn't a race. I'll make a post whenever I feel like it. All right? Just chill out. Thank you. Okay, if I've already subscribed to your channel, but I will be making a post after the stream. Okay? Okay. I'll move on. I'm gonna talk with somebody. Dan Sobel, which you already know what's been going on. The yeah, you already know what's been going on lately concerning Dan Sobel, especially what he did last year. I mean, yep, I'm already aware what he did. I mean, I heard what happened. What he did was wrong, but what he did was wrong. But yeah, the, just get to it. This is Dan Sobel. So I'm not gonna bother showing 38 minutes because it may be a little longer. But yeah, what I'll be doing is find better ways to share something else. I can only like share three, but it has maybe something in particular. Either way, this will be an hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Oh, hello, Nate Animate. I appreciate you subscribing. Anyway, let's move on. Let's start with this one. Like Yes, I'll get to it in a moment. There. Now, where was I? Yes. I don't mind about the ads. Not even worth it. Um, I want y'all keep y'all in mind that this was taken last year. For those of you who don't even remember, um, yeah, that's basically him. Anyhow, let's get to it. This is from a video in 2024, 25. Pretty sure y'all already know that. Apparently, it's like 19 minutes long. But yeah, let's get to it. This is from Swampy D, by the way. Shout out to him. And there's also Dan Sobel clips from the Homer Simpson and the Perfect Citizen. Yeah, Homer Simpson and Perfect Citizen. Just to let y'all know. They are the only two people who have done so far to expose this guy. Anyway, let's get to it. Keep in mind that fear and discretion is advised.
A letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. It's a letter from Barney the dinosaur.
Rocco Lagana, if you're hearing this, I heard that it's your birthday today, so unhappy birthday to you. You don't deserve any birthday presents, and we're eating all of your birthday cake. You will have the worst birthday of your lives. So rotten hell, Rocco Lagana. Unhappy birthday to you.
What's up, my friends here in the swamp? Today we're back looking at some of the deranged happenings going on around Dan Sobel, a recent locale we have been putting our attention towards. And honestly, this is a topic I didn't think would be too deep. I thought it would be one and done, but the more I looked into it, the more I realized that this is way deeper than just Dan Sobel. But Dan Sobel's a lot deeper than meets the eye himself. So with that said, let us jump right into it and see what's going on here.
Hamudia, John, I have something to say to you. You need to stop taking Allison Sage Bell, Ben Lucero, and Jose Crespin too seriously. Yeah, you have been taking Allison Sage Bell, Ben Lucero, and Jose Crespin too seriously. You need to learn how to take a joke. I have recently watched Jackson Armour's message video just now, and Jackson Armour is right. You need to learn how to take a joke, and you need to leave Allison Sage Bell, Ben Lucero, and Jose Crespin alone. You know they don't even like it the way you were treating them like that.
So the rabbit hole surrounding Dan Sobel can go on for days. He's got inappropriate behavior on online calls, definitely some strange conduct toward minors, tons of racial slurs, definitely weird and very suspicious interactions with animals, online harassment, constant drama. It goes on for days and days. He likes to constantly claim like he's being bullied or he's the target, but in reality, this is a lot like other locales we see, and this is just a self-projection.
And look what I'm wearing this time. Another Blues Clues shirt. Only this time, this Blues Clues shirt I'm wearing has a blue paw print on it. Because you know that Blues paw prints are always on the clues. Blues Clues, that's right. So anyways, what do you guys think of this Blues Clues shirt that I'm wearing today? Post a comment down below and tell me what you think.
I said this in the last video, and I'll probably say this 100 more times if I cover him 100 more times, but there's something about the Blues Clues thing that just rubs me a super weird way. This isn't the typical, oh, I'm looking at teenagers or whatever. No, this is like deeper than that. This is deep PDF activity. He seems to be obsessed with these children's shows like Dora and Blues Clues, and has self-admittedly said he's a PDF. So that gives me the weirdest vibes possible, and I hope it gives you guys the same ones.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indians, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Indians, 10 little Indian boys, 10 little, 9 little, 8 little Indians, 7 little, 6 little, 5 little Indians, 4 little, 3 little, 2 little Indians, 1 little Indian boy.
Now,
Okay. I want to be clear. I want to be clear to y'all, okay? This is absolutely insane. I mean, come on. Saying all this baby thing. Dude, this is for babies. You don't need... Can't you just give up on this baby song? Your time is already up. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't understand what's been going on with you lately. I just can't. Just grow the fuck up, please.
of course, I'm just including some of these clips because they're absolutely diabolical, and they just make you understand how Dan Sobel is definitely on some sort of spectrum, but also just creepy as hell. But I want to do a shout out to the channel Homer Simpson for a lot of these clips. They have a series where they do a lot of cringiest videos of random locales and stuff, and I got a lot of these clips from that channel, so shout out to them. You can find a link in the description to their channel. But next, I think it's imperative that we get into what the userverse is and where a lot of these call-out videos with Dan come from. So this community really revolves around physical media and a lot of throwback, nostalgia stuff. Seems like a lot of people in this community are genuinely on the spectrum, and I'm not saying that to bully anybody. Seems like people are super passionate in this community about their VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-rays, Laserdisc, vinyl records, video games, and whatever, you know? It's definitely a community that loves their throwbacks, but it's definitely seemingly steeped with a lot of weirdos and drama. And obviously, if Dan Sobel is involved, it only gets worse from there. But as you can see here in these next few clips, he is constantly calling out other people in the community.
The Dan Sobel archives. I got something to say to you. How dare you steal some of my videos that I made this message video to everyone about my family issues. And also, how dare you steal most of my rant videos. I also cannot believe that you stole 2 of my videos that I made out of Colin Jeffers and Rough Boy 99 Zelda fan. You know that those videos are not yours. They're mine. And I mean, they're really mine. I did not even give you credit for that. You just stole most of my videos. Not only that you stole my videos that I made out of Colin Jeffers and Rough Boy 99 Zelda fan today, I also cannot believe that you stole my video that I made out of Stephanie, the TV show girl. The reason why I made that video out of Stephanie, the TV show girl, is because she keeps making bad videos out of...
Okay. No. Well, maybe after this 19-minute video, I'm gonna have to go ahead and dig a little deeper into these fellas. But yeah, from the way how he talks, particularly in this video, for example, where how he goes after Dan Sobel archives for basically stealing his videos, shows you otherwise. I mean, if y'all really think he's innocent, this shows otherwise. Pure example of Taylor Charlotte Car 2.0. Well, a male one to be exact. Not sure. But, yeah. You could say that. He's a could say that he's a pedo, he's a liar, he's a pervert, a man child, all that. Yeah, basically just who he is. I'll just pause that.
Me and Allie loves Donovan Patton a lot. And Chloe Richardson. She also made bad videos out of Thomas Cooper ABBS. Not only that Stephanie made bad videos out of Thomas Cooper ABBS, but she also dumped him and broke up with him for no reason at all. So you know what? The Dan Sobel archives, as of today, take this middle finger with you and keep it with you, shove it up your privates, and leave me, Andy Ho, Disney Jack 95, Ryan Goodwin, and all of the rest of my friends alone. I am so done with you forever, the Dan Sobel archives. And you also need to leave my dad alone as well, because you don't know anything about my dad.
We all don't want you on YouTube. You're unacceptable, Eric. You are completely going us insane. And also, you need to stop stealing people's address and stealing people's phone numbers. Addresses or phone numbers are personal information, and I am not giving my phone numbers to anyone except for my friends who live in my area. You are being completely ridiculous, and take these two middle fingers with you and keep it with you, shove it up your dicks, and leave us the hell alone.
There's something truly uncomfortable about seeing Dan in these footsie pajamas talking smack about people online. Now, I know he's definitely on the spectrum of some sorts, definitely has a few screws loose, but this is like a 25, 26-year-old man. It's not like he's like 19, 20. He's damn near approaching 30 and absolutely acting like a 12-year-old. I know I showed you a little bit of this in the last video, but I wanted to go in a little more depth here to show you how strange and disturbing these callouts are, the weird little punishments he tries to pin on people, and how absolutely detached from reality he actually is.
Greg Heffley, UTTP, I got something to say to you, dude. We are not going to forgive you. Your apology will be denied. You didn't do it by accident. You did this on purpose. Not a joke. You made bad videos out of us on purpose. So yeah, your apology will be denied. You don't deserve to be on YouTube. Get off of YouTube, Greg Heffley, UTTP. You don't deserve to be there. Your apology is denied. For your punishment, I'm gonna force you to go see, let's see. Oh yes, you will be forced to go see Shang-Chi, The Legend of Ten Rings in theaters. And Shang-Chi, The Legend of Ten Rings is a Marvel movie, and you will be forced to see that.
Okay. First of all, Dan, it's not Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. It's a Marvel movie. Not Shang-Chi, the Legend of Ten Rings. Get the grammars right. And second of all, you don't get to force these punishments on people. They don't work at all. When will you ever learn?
In theaters. So go see Shang-Chi and The Legend of Ten Rings in theaters right now.
and then go to your room and think about what you've done.
Many locals are merciful, but not Dan Sobel. He is a merciless locale with no forgiveness, only vengeance. He won't forgive, and he damn sure won't forget. But of course, he's gonna make an angry call-out video to you, so you know. Probably try to make you watch some sort of Marvel movie, who knows? Apparently that's a damn terrible punishment, according to Dan. Anyways, let's jump more into this depravity. This episode is definitely more about highlighting how delusional this guy is and how he's definitely in a completely different realm than the rest of us.
Some of you think that I'm a man-child.
I'm so talented! Carmine Cook? No! More like Crappy Cook!
Oh, no way, Jose. That YouTuber sucks. Here are the reasons why I hate this user. It's because he keeps on throwing lots of tantrums. He even kept on screaming so loud, which really hurt my ears. He even made terrible videos out of me and Brian Hosky. He made a watch this guy's video out of me and Brian Hosky. He sung a terrible song about Brian Hosky. Even worse, he made an angry message video out of me and Brian Hosky. And that is unacceptable. Plus, he even called Steve the YouTuber on Discord when he was busy playing piano last time. Now I hate Logan Carroll for good. That's it, Logan Carroll. You ruined my life. I'm gonna punch you. Punch! Punch! Punch!
Something has to be said about how ironic.
I'm gonna punch you. Punch! Punch! Punch!
Okay. Let me give you a couple of things. One, that was a Goramet style rant. Keep that in mind, folks. What he did was rant on some people in the Goramet style way. So basically, he lives in the Goramet community, which is mostly the reason why the Beyond/Goramet community, or the Goramet/Beyond community sucks nowadays. Good Lord. He's causing too much drama. And he shows zero remorse. Zero remorse! Okay. And so, he basically does his own role plays and shit. And as you can clearly see in his own video, he calls out people throwing tantrums, yet he clearly throws tantrums himself, proving that he's a complete hypocrite. Live, I already need to this, so yeah. We'll move on.
Something has to be said about how ironic it is for a locale such as Dan to say, oh, these people are so loud and obnoxious, while in every clip we've seen of them, they are yelling and being loud and obnoxious, and absolutely brain dead about it as well. Probably sharing IQ points with the ear of corn, and honestly, it's offensive to the ear of corn. The ear of corn definitely has more IQ points.
You'll have to excuse us. Well, you'll have to excuse me. There's an ad. Don't worry, it'll be quick.
On in these videos. It's up to the ear of corn. The ear of corn definitely has more IQ points than whatever's going on in these videos here. The hypocritical nature of Dan here is absolutely diabolical though. He can sit there and make angry videos about people all day long, calling them out, calling them weird names, telling them they have to do weird redemption things to make good, and even then he still wants them to suffer. Sometimes I truly wonder how I got to this corner of the internet and how I ended up making this type of content, because the more I think about it and the more I analyze what I'm actually watching, I just feel like I'm losing brain cells by the minute.
This is a serious message for the Kruger twins. Christopher Kruger and Nicholas Kruger, Andy Ho, known as Lyric is Awesome, and Chase Fowlin. If you guys are watching this, I have something to say to both of you. You need to stop telling me to not like kid shows like Blue's Clues, The Wiggles, Play Along with Sam, Dora the Explorer, Go Diego Go, Dora and Friends of the City, Blues Room, Blues Clues and You, Sesame Street, Barney the Dinosaur, Bob the Builder, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, The Old Tiger's Neighborhood, Thomas the Tank Engine, Franklin, Lilith's Pet Shop, and Sophia the First, and many other kid shows I like from my childhood.
I honestly don't even think I could name you 5 shows from my childhood, let alone 37 seconds straight without a breath, naming off show after show. Truly diabolical, honestly. Truly.
Yes, I agree. To be honest, I kind of like kid shows too. I like Blue's Clues, Bob the Builder. I like Sesame Street. I like Oswald. I like Thomas and Friends. I like Pingu. I like Fireman Sam. And other shows. I'm basically neutral to Dora the Explorer. I kind of like the older show, the older seasons, because they feel so nostalgia about it. But the new ones suck ass. I mean, it makes no sense. With Caillou, the older shows or the classic ones, they basically suck. All you have is classic Caillou throwing tantrums. But the newer ones are better. So, yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. If I have to be honest, I kind of like the older seasons from Dora the Explorer better than the newer ones, and then the newer seasons from Caillou are way better than the older ones. So it's like vice versa. As for Little Bill, I used to like that show, but I don't like it not because of how crappy it is, but because of its creator, Bill Cosby, who is a registered sex offender. That's how it is. So I don't give a rat's ass to Little Bill anyway. It sucks dick. As for the other kid shows and other baby shows, particularly those from my childhood, I'd say I like them. They're pretty good. Yeah, but I would never do something that stupid. But I understand what Dan is saying, that you shouldn't bash people's opinions. But getting angry at them is so really ironic. Naming show after show in like 37 seconds. I couldn't even live that long with my breath. I can't even imagine how it is. It's just so hard to name all of it. It's just 30 seconds. 37 seconds. It's just, no. No. It's just too long. It doesn't make any sense.
Disgusting on a whole nother level. I don't even really know how to react to this one. I'm just disgusted. Like, we We've thrown morality entirely out the window. And as you can see, Dan is not only a man-child, but he's a self-admitted PDF. As we saw in the last video, he's admitted several times that he did very bad things to people that were underage and knowingly did so. Even though he apologized in a video, doesn't really make it any better, huh?
You know bashing opinions is wrong, and I'm really getting tired of you bashing my own opinions on kid shows that I like from my childhood. And also, you guys need to stop forcing me to like John. Even though I am neutral to John, who is the new Purple Wiggle when he first joined the Wiggles back in 2021, but still, he's not my favorite Wiggles character. Jeff is my favorite Wiggles character, not John. And how also dare you bash my opinion on Horrid Henry, Rusty Rivets, and PJ Masks? I have rights to hate those shows. So, Christopher, Nicholas Kruger, Andy Ho, and Chase Fallon, for doing all this stuff to me, take this middle finger right here, keep it with you, and leave me and my content alone.
So this is my life. We're watching some grown man argue about his favorite Wiggles character and, you know, his opinions about Blue's Clues or whatever else. This is the life that we lead. Apparently, this is the curse that we were meant to take.
Yeah, no. Let me reverse that again. Replay.
PJ Masks. I have rights to hate those shows. So, Christopher, Nicholas Kruger, Andy Ho, and Chase Fallon, for doing all this stuff to me, take this middle finger right here, keep it with you, and leave me and my content alone.
Listen, motherfucker. If they have rights to hate you. I understand what you did. I get what they're saying about opinion bashing. I get that. But if they have to hate you, so be it. Keep on your kid shows. Nobody else want to see them. Like, come on. You attacked over all because they bashed your opinion? Are you kidding me? You have any idea how much hell you've caused to them? Oh boy. To the Kruger twins, I'm sorry. I didn't know he would do something like this. I really do. If you want, I could comfort you right away and just let everything deal with it. Plain and simple. Yeah. I just move on. I'm gonna pause this. I only got like about under 7 minutes.
So this is my life. We're watching some grown man argue about his favorite Wiggles character and, you know, his opinions about Blue's Clues or whatever else. This is the life that we lead. Apparently, this is the curse that we were meant to take on. This is our crest to bear, if you will. Now, maybe I'm missing something, and if somebody knows the Dan Sobel topic a bit better than me, please fill me in the comments. But I don't really understand what the argument is here. But Dan clearly just cares way too much about what everybody thinks about him or the things that he likes. And clearly these kids shows are very close to his heart. I think one of the more interesting things here is, since he is such a self-admitted predator among children, teenagers, etc., that the fact that he is into this type of stuff makes it even more creepy and hard to look past. Like, sure, maybe he's just on the spectrum, maybe he just likes this type of stuff, whatever. But the fact that he has shown interest in children in not so great ways just gives me the heebie-jeebies when he talks about cartoons or little kid shows like the Wiggles.
Because I had enough of both of you going after me and troll feeding me 24/7. If you don't like me, you should just leave me alone and move on with your life, like how I was going to do. So just leave me the fuck alone, Kruger twins, Chase Fallon and Andy Ho, and quit mentioning me in your content.
Kruger twins, Chase Bell, and Andy Ho. Yeah. That's basically him. He just attacks people. All because they want to keep on trolling. What a loser. I mean, this proves that he can't handle hate. If y'all know what I mean. No doubt about that. I don't even know what this fool's up to now. If you excuse me, I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I'm back, and now we will continue. I'm expected to have some viewers along the way, but and that's I'll just continue. What Dan Sobel did is really stupid. He can't really handle hate, especially all that troll feeding. What a coward he is. And for the Kruger twins and Chase Bell Andy Hall, I'm really sorry for what he did. Y'all want, I can come over here and confront you. No biggie. I'll move on now.
You guys are the ones who need to grow up, not me.
Now, for the most part, a lot of the stuff we've covered in this episode has been rather lighthearted in the sense of it's just stuff you can laugh at and make fun of them for. But next, we're going to start getting into the nitty gritty, some of the actual call-outs from other YouTubers in the space that he is in, the community, if you will, about how weird and disgustingly depraved Dan actually is. And obviously, it's not just people like myself and other cow farmers, if you will, that notice these types of things and make videos about it. It's people who are supposed to be his peers, his quote friends, unquote. Let's check this out. This is from Marcel Hall. You can find the full original video on their channel. It's called My Statement on Mateo and Dan Sobel for inappropriate behavior on social media.
Dan Sobel. We all know that what you did to that girl, say that you got a girl like that, talk about you got a girl to cut her vagina out. That is totally fucked up, man. Shit. Especially you messing with these goddamn minors.
Cut.
Well, thankfully that ad had to interrupt. Anyway, what Marcel Hall said was true. He had Dan. You should be ashamed for saying that. I mean, cutting off saying that you will cut off this girl's vagina? You can't do that. That is considered sexual assault. You could go to jail for that. Come on, bro. You nasty. So fucking nasty.
Especially you messing with these goddamn minors on social media, man. Can you do something in your life besides watching baby shows, doing the Blues Clues dance and stuff, or do a TikTok dance with a wig on your head and stuff, man? Or whatever you do, man. I heard that you go to the gym, you're not here workouts. And second of all about you is why would you record yourself putting your clothes on? You came on there on your channel in your damn boxer drawers, putting on your clothes, showing the view that, hey, I'm finna put my clothes on, showing everything. Nobody don't want to see that. That is so damn gross, man. What is not even a minor kid or a little kid don't want to see a 25-year-old grown man half naked on TikTok or YouTube or whatever social media you own, man. Dude, like my friend Jack said, grow up, man.
So no matter where you look in the Dan Sobel universe, it's absolutely a dumpster fire. Dan has a great skill in burning bridges with absolutely every acquaintance he meets, whether they're friends, whether they're just somebody who happens to be on YouTube or wherever Dan happens to be making content that day, and at any little inconvenience or annoyance, he's going to freak out and send some angry rant videos. Now we're gonna jump into another one of those to where he cuts off and burns another bridge with somebody who's supposed to be his friend. He doesn't have very many of those left, if any at all.
I got an opinion change now. I now hate Wesley Norris. You know why I hate Wesley Norris? Because he refused to be on this team to agree on angry message videos, and he bashes people's opinions, and he spams people a lot. So Wesley Norris is a spammer and won't leave me alone. So now I hate him for good. That's it, Wesley Norris. You're out. Don't even think about apologizing, you black.
Every so often in these locales,
Bro, come on. He has a right to disagree. We can disagree on anything. Sounds like you have made 2 new victims now. I mean, well, 5th victim, Wesley Norris. He was supposed to be a friend. He disagreed. But no, you didn't want to respect his opinion. You say you don't like bashing people's opinions, yet you bashed his own. You fucking hypocrite! And what's really pissing me off is that you said the N-word. Bro, that is racist! How could you even say that?
stories, we will get to see them get a taste of their own medicine, and it's never nice. They always hate it. They can dish it out, but they can never take it. And unfortunately, we do know that good old Dan here has an obsession with Blue's Clues, and the channel The Perfect Citizen, or TPC, has had some interactions with Dan Sobel, and he's been fairly rude to TPC, not been a very nice guy to him at all. So TPC reached out to one of the ex-hosts of Blue's Clues. I believe the gentleman's name is Donovan Patton, and he has no idea who Dan Sobel is, so the little bit of info he had, he definitely used and stretched it out into something great here. Check this out.
Hey, Dan, how's it going? I'm here in the thinking chair because I gotta figure something out. A lesson has to be learned. Because apparently you've been super mean to TPC. What was that all about? Come on now, we gotta take care of each other. You gotta do better than that. So, well, now that we're in our thinking chair, let's think it out. Aha, our 3 clues.
3 clues. Huh. Now this is the one I like. Blue's Clues. Only this time, it won't end well for people who are clearly obsessed with some of the actors in Blue's Clues. Not gonna lie. thinking chair time. Oh, yeah. But it won't end well for you.
Are you, Dan? Clearly, I mean, that's looks just like you, right? It's a pretty good drawing. G, letter G, and then a circle. So what could be going on? What could you need to do? Because you're the first clue, so it's got to have something to do with you. And then there's G and a circle. It's not so much that it's a circle, but what is a circle? A circle is, well, it's round, right? It's round. G and a circle. G and round. Ground. Dan, you know what's going on? You're grounded. That's what that means. You are grounded. Dan.
Say it ain't so, Dan. You
Yeah, you are grounded, and I'm glad you are grounded. Yeah, that person looks like you, and you are definitely grounded. Until further notice. That's what you get for causing all this drama. Okay, I'll give you the link. Only if you behave. Only if you show me your DMs. If not, I mean, if you have Discord, I'll send you on DMs. Okay? If you do not have a Discord account, I'm afraid I cannot send you the link. Sorry, Planet X Marianta TTS. That's how it is. Moving on.
just got cooked, absolutely demolished by the good old Blues Clues lad. I will say that that was a great little troll there. Not sure how TPC made that happen, but definitely ups to them. Definitely check their channel out. I think that's what we're going to call this episode for today. In the next episode, we're going to jump deeper into those PDF allegations a bit more, get really nitty gritty, and really get into all the evidence that's out there against him. Of course, we already know he's self-admitted, but you know, some people can be coerced. I'd rather show all the evidence so we can actually feel better about it. Thanks for supporting this series so far. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you soon.
Wayfair presents bedroom furniture.
I get that in a moment. Planet X Martiana. Martian Tinta. Let's say it, but I can only post the link if you have Discord. I cannot post it on YouTube. No doubt about that. I'm sorry. That's basically how it is. Hello, Richard. Hello. Been like over an hour. Sweet. Yeah. Hello, Richard. How are you? Yeah. It's been a long time, my dear old friend. Anyway, out of the way, let's move on. This is reassuring somebody. Once again, part 2 continues.
Hi, everybody. I am not very happy right now, all because of Dan Sobel. And Dan Sobel turns out to be as a. But before I start, if you guys like Dan Sobel or any of you guys haven't seen him, I suggest you don't trust him or support him. And if you're friends with Dan Sobel again, you'll be blocked or banned from my channel and social media for good.
Calm down, Tiger. You're giving me lolcow vibes yourself. I might have to look into you next. Welcome back into our deplorable look into the man-child that is Dan Sobel, the Blues Clues PDF weirdo we started recently looking into. Now, like I said, I thought this would be a one-and-done video. I didn't think I'd be 3 videos into it, and definitely looking like I'll at least make 4. And since he's fairly active, 5 or 6 might come down the pipeline eventually too. But with that said, this video is going to be looking at a lot of the weird allegations and strange things he does toward children, minors if you will. So strap in for a bumpy ride because it's going to be an interesting one.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dan. Now, you all
It's gonna does toward children, minors if you will. So strap in for a bumpy ride because it's gonna be an interesting one.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dan. Now,
Sorry about this, but this is a drama stream, just to let you know. I am doing a video about Dan Sobel, as you can see in this own channel. You could see it the stream for yourself. Now with that out of the way, let's move on.
now, you all remember why I'm back. Well, after being grounded by my dad for the last 3 weeks, I'm going to be setting up a better example and to tell you what I have learned after being grounded for the last 3 weeks for bad behavior.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
I mean, you all are right, because I brought it all to myself for doing all the bad things for the last 5 years ago, but no one else did. Now, to tell you what I have learned after being grounded for the last 3 weeks.
Now keep in mind, Dan Sobel is a 25-year-old man, potentially even turning 26 this year, and this is his life. He's being grounded off the internet by his father because he sent angry letter videos to people, and obviously the PDF stuff. doesn't help either. But hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Let's get back into it.
I've learned that I should never pick up after anybody on social media. I've learned that wishing someone an unhappy birthday is very heartless, and it could ruin people's birthdays and make people mad. Oh no! As well as celebrating a people's retirement, which is very heartless, which is the thing that I've learned.
So this is him acknowledging everything he's learned after being grounded, and his apology video for the PDF stuff, the racism stuff, and all the other stuff. And you'll notice he's going to apologize one by one, saying he learned not to do this, not to do that. But the strange thing is he never apologizes for the PDF stuff. Very strange indeed. Maybe it's because he's not sorry about it and he's going to keep doing it. Bad look, Dan boy.
I've learned that I'm going to be thinking clearly before saying something or someone. And I've learned that racism can get you in trouble. I am never going to be using racism anymore ever since that was back in 2021, because I've learned my lesson for using racism, or else because I don't want to use that, or else I might end up beaten up by someone.
I think it's pretty much common sense to know that racism is a bad thing. But clearly Dan is only apologizing because he knows he would get in trouble or beat up for saying racist stuff, not because he has remorse for it and harm that can cause other people. No, he doesn't care about other people, he just cares about himself. I've even noticed some comments on some of these lolcow videos where when I mention somebody does something racist, they'll act like that's not a big deal. Sure, these people might be PDFs, they might be assaulters, abusers of all kind, but racism is just another terrible thing to add on there. To act like it's not anything or lesser is kind of just when I would just get it, would get ad.
And lesson for using racism, or else because I don't want to use that, or else I might end up beaten up by someone.
I think it's pretty much.
Okay. First half of his apology. Bad. So apparently he apologizes for racism, angry messages, wishing people a happy birthday, all of that shit. But the one thing he didn't apologize for is the PDF files. No, I'm not the PDF one. I meant the pedophile stuff for his pedophilia. Yeah, that's basically it. Sorry about that. It's just a glitch. Probably because of my crappy internet. Oh, okay. That's fine. You watched the stream and you moved on from drama already. Okay, I understand. And you don't have to. I was just explaining to other people who weren't aware of everything, but yeah. That's fine. I'll just move on.
It's common sense to know that racism is a bad thing, but clearly Dan is only apologizing because he knows he would get in trouble or beat up for saying racist.
First half of apology sucks ass. I mean, he would get beaten up recently, but you know what? The damage are done. Now let's see the other half. After I am paused this to see what this guy has to say.
stuff, not because he has remorse for it and harm that can cause other people. No, he doesn't care about other people, he just cares about himself. I've even noticed some comments on some of these lolcow videos where when I mention somebody does something racist, they'll act like that's not a big deal. Sure, these people might be PDFs, they might be assaulters, abusers of all kind, but racism is just another terrible thing to add on there. To act like it's not anything or lesser is kind of wild in my opinion. I mean, do you run around calling people with a hard R? Do you run around calling people N-words? I don't think so, because you know the consequences. So if there are people doing that, they should definitely be called out for it.
And also,
one would think a global pop...
It's just an ad. I'll move on.
most important thing,
They should definitely be called out for it.
and also the most important thing that I've learned is that telling the truth is way better than lying, and it would set me free. Also, for what I've learned about what you thought about me telling people to shove middle fingers up their private areas.
What's that, brother?
For what I've learned about it, well, it is disgusting and it makes you sick, which I regret for telling people to shove middle fingers up their private areas. And it is very disgusting and it makes people sick, and that is what I've learned. And everything that I did on Bellacero's Google Meet back in 2020, which I'm not going to mention, that's something I regret for what I did in front of Hamudia John back in the day. And from now on, since Hamudia John is a dead topic, I am no longer roasting him anymore, since he's old news to me at the point. And yeah, speaking about picking up after people on social media 24/7, without being said, there will be no more message videos. There will be no more commentary videos, no rant videos, no exposing videos, no call out videos, and no more statement videos out of bad people, because picking up after someone would get someone hurt.
Now, we're gonna get what he did to good old John here, but from what I understand, and there's a video later on, severely blurred by the way, of where good old Danny boy here pulled a Cyrax, where he came on stream and started flinging his wing around, showing his booty cheeks, completely in the nude for everybody to see. And apparently he's done this more than once. Honestly, I don't know what it is with these lolcows where they feel like they need to expose themselves online for whatever reason, but it's getting downright disturbing, and I'm tired of having to do all this editing to blur it out.
Dan Sobel.
Blood. You make me sick, bro. I cannot believe what you just did. They're hearing a lot of things. As for the second half of the apology, picking up people over minor mistake or something they hate just because you got called out for your own stupid shit. Nah, that's fucked up. Nah, ain't no bail or something. Nope. I'm not gonna bother. Nope. Hell no. You disgust me, man. I'm not gonna lie. You really disgust me. Well, not just me, but everybody here. I don't even forget how you got exposed last year alone. Made me realize that you just closed down your own channel after a complete disappointment. Oh well. But just watching after all of this, realize how many brain cells that I just lost because of your stupid actions. I don't even know what to do at this point. So much brain cells gone in a snap. There's no point forgiving you. Hell, if I'm being honest, maybe your parents would have seen how much of a complete pedophile you really are. and they would be grossing the complete shit out of you. Hell, if I was you, I get disowned from my family over posting, or better yet, yeah, I'd be definitely disowned from my family for doing all this type of pedophilia acts. Or just being a pedophile. Yeah, being a pedophile is what I do. I mean, being a pedo is a beacon on all. On all. You already get the picture. Let's move on. Again, I have Marcel Hall. And here's what he has to say about that.
All know that what you did to that girl, say that you're gonna
Disturbing, and I'm tired of having to do all this editing to blur it out.
Dan Sobel. We all know that what you did to that girl, say that you're gonna girl like that, talk about you gonna cut her, you got a girl to cut her. Oh, that is totally dumb, man. Especially you messing with these goddamn minors on social media, man. Can you do something in your life besides watching baby shows, doing the Blues Clues dance and stuff, or do a TikTok dance with a wig on your head and stuff? Whatever you do, man. I heard that you go to the gym, but you're not your workouts. And second of all, about you is why would you record yourself putting your clothes on? You came on there on your channel in your damn boxer drawers, putting on your clothes, showing the view that hey, I'm gonna put my clothes on, showing everything. Nobody don't want to see that. That is so damn gross, man. What is a like even a minor kid or a little kid don't want to see a 25-year-old grown man half naked on TikTok or YouTube or whatever social media you own, man. Like my friend Jack said, grow up, man. Get out of the kids zone. Get out of the kids world, okay? All right? Go out or do something. You're like, go out, find a job. Go out, meet some people around your age, okay?
I know I showed that last clip in the previous episode, but this one was extended a bit more because I think it's pretty pertinent and one of the more articulate videos from this corner of YouTube. I will eventually go deeper into that whole physical media world. It's just so much to take on, and almost every single character I've stumbled upon is low-key a locale themselves. But it's hard to find some of the clips of these allegations, so that one being reused was kind of a must. Next is going to be that clip
We do. Another clip about Marcel Hall. Marcel is right there. You need to go get out of the kids' world, step into reality, get a job, and just meet someone your own age. And if I understand correctly, I bet your parents might disown you and kick you out of the house. They don't want a pedophile in that home. Nobody. Nope. Might be a little rough, but yeah. It is what it is.
I was talking about where, you know, unfortunately this guy brings out his willy and shows it to the world.
Not this again!
Hi, I'm Comedian John, and I want to go out in public naked.
Oh, God.
Stop it!
What's wrong, Dan?
Ugh. It's disgusting. Oh.
Dan's naked. Dan's naked, Calvin, just to let you know.
I think a lot of people don't really understand why it's such a big deal to do stuff like that because you never know who's actually watching. Really understand why it's such a big deal to do stuff like that because you never know who's actually watching. That live stream is literally public to the world. Any child could click on that. Anybody could just happen to stumble upon it. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't even have to be that deep. You could be watching this and hey, your niece walks by, your daughter walks by, your son, etc. It's literally that simple.
So Twilight Sparkle basically has a big brother named Shining Armor.
Yes. You don't know that. Before I do that, I'm just gonna cut that out all day. Dan. Why did you have to strip yourself naked for the whole world? Nobody wants to see you all naked, all the dick and shit. If I were you, I'd put some clothes on. It's ridiculous. Nobody wants to see that dick of yours. That's absolutely disgusting to watch. If I'd known better, a lot of brain cells is coming out of my brain and are slowly dying because of what I saw. I think I might be sick to my stomach. Mm-mm. Wait, no. I'm not gonna bother. Nope. Eat that. No.
And she's also friends with a printer named
Really that simple.
So Twilight Sparkle basically has a big brother named Shining Armor, and she's also friends with a princess named Princess Cadence.
Yes. Everything I had is paused. But damn, I'm honestly disappointed. You can't even do shit. Not gonna lie, you did all this stupid ass bullshit. What are you trying to do? Acting all so sonorm, being all like a little shady, being all creepy to all these kids. Yeah. You won't be all sorry now when you're going to be cooked in the future. Your channel will be taken down, and you won't bother harassing anybody ever again. Never.
Cadence. She always teaches us how to do this dance, you know, the sunshine dance. Well, it's basically kind of like, it's kind of like this. Sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake.
Life is pain and this existence is futile. What the heck am I watching here, guys? What are we doing? There's just something more and more sickening every time I see him do these little dances. Not only is he huge into Blue's Clues, of course he's a brony on top of it. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say the whole politically correct, do your thing, brother. Nah, being a brony's weird. I don't care.
My Little Pony, yeah. To be fair, I'm a brony. Ain't no bigger of a deal. Okay? But I would never do weird things. You don't have to brag it about it, man. Come on now. That shit makes no sense.
Stuff's weird to me, man. This just in, Uncle Swampy D beefing with the damn bronies. 2025 taking turns none of us ever expected. Anyways, let's keep watching this. Dan Sobel is so weird. Like, I really wish we could get people like this away from children's shows and games, because everything you're about to see him do is 100% aimed toward children, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
Hello, it's me, Dan's Magic Club, and today we're going to be reviewing this PC game from Blue's Clues called Blue's Reading Time Activities. Steve wanted us to help us make up some newspapers for the Big News Gazette. So, first off, Mailbox wanted us to help the chicks and the pig at the farm. So for my rating of this PC game, I need to give this a 10 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.
So I find it weird that he's doing video game reviews of course, once again, children's games. But on top of that, he shows no gameplay footage because he probably doesn't own the game. And he just sits there on his phone showing a screenshot from Google Images. It's a very interesting and...
Bro,
there on his phone showing a screenshot from Google because he probably doesn't.
No gameplay image. You literally just sat there doing nothing. You didn't even play that game, bro. Come the fuck on. Jesus.
Very interesting and super lazy way of doing content, but I don't expect expect much more from Dan at this point, and I doubt that any of you expect much more than this either. For locals to put any sort of effort that isn't the bare freaking minimum.
Yeah, I have to agree. I probably doubt he'll ever be like this. But I don't know. Just keep an eye on him. No biggie. Good thing I had this all set it out. But, yeah. I'm not even gonna bother doing this. I'm just gonna move on. Good thing I have my profile pic instead of my real life one. Because it might be inappropriate, so yeah. That would be bad. Moving on.
Is like asking for $1,000 to spawn in your hand right now. It's just not gonna happen.
Here's a story about a grumpy bug.
The Grumpy Bug by Robert Shaw and narrated by me, Sandra Bernhardt. Once there was a really, really grumpy bug.
So, if 5 green bottles hanging on the wall, then...
Maybe he'd be better off getting a job as a teacher. Properly showing off his educational videos to kids. Maybe like elementary school or preschool. I doubt that might happen. I highly doubt that will ever happen. Just don't know for sure. I got 6 minutes left. And I'm pretty sure I might get that done. And then I'll review what's been going on recently. Here I go.
And 1 would accidentally fall, there will be 4 green bottles hanging on the wall.
It's time to get ready for bed.
Wow! Did you say it's time to get ready for bed?
Want to lose weight without losing?
Thank God for an ad for doing that. But, here's a little ad for Dan Sobel.
Muscle? Factor got me there. I was tired of all the cutting and bulking cycles, so instead of trying to out-diet myself, I swapped 1 or 2 meals a day for Factor. They're chef-made, so they're actually delicious and satisfying, but each meal is also portion-controlled and full of protein, so my calories stay in check without me losing muscle. I'm down 8 pounds in 8 weeks, all without feeling miserable or settling for bland, boring meal prep that took hours to make myself. This took me 2 minutes. No planning or cooking, so I'm not burning out. I'm actually staying consistent. If you care about performance and efficiency, this is the smarter way to lose weight.
I'd do that. Maybe in a little time. But yeah, factor 75 is people who are obese. Not you. Let's move on. Yeah, factor 75. A good thing to lose weight, especially for this guy, Dan Sobel. Moving on.
What I said. To get ready for bed. I just love to put on my bunny slippers. It's our sleepy time checklist.
Don't leave your nephews, your nieces, your sons, your daughters, any child for that matter, in any vicinity where this man can put his fingers on them, because you know what he's gonna do to them. Absolutely disgusting behavior you're seeing in these clips, man. You know, like I said, if this was just a mentally handicapped person living their life on the internet, I wouldn't be covering him, wouldn't be saying anything. But as we saw in episode 1, he's got this incredibly long, very spacey-minded apology video saying he did PDF stuff, racist stuff, and all kinds of other deplorable activities online, and that's where I have to draw the line and say, hey, this isn't just bullying some sort of autistic kid online, this is holding people accountable and making sure they don't do it again. And the easiest way to do that is to cover them and document them, so not only people like Local Swampy D, but other YouTubers, other people in the community at large can make sure they're watching them as well. The more eyes on these people, the better, even though in turn it does give them a little infamy and unfortunately gives them a little bit of an ego. But I mean, it's entertaining for us to watch.
Yes, I did do because I did tell Bella Harris to shove the middle finger up her private parts when she was young. Did show myself naked on a Google Meets, which is to 3 minors.
So the details Dan leaves out in his little apology there is that he was in a call, a Google meeting, something of the sort, with 3 people he knew were minors, and he was talking sexually, even undressing at one point, as you see, and he did it more than once. He would get dressed in front of them multiple times, and this is why he would be labeled a weirdo. It gets deeper than that, and as I learn more, obviously I share more with you in these videos, but I honestly don't think it gets any worse than that already. You're telling me that you knowingly hang out with minors online, and then on top of that, you're literally getting naked and talking sexual with them? Bro, that's what a PDF is. Sorry to break it to you.
Hi, I'm Austin's father, and I have a message for Dan Sobel. First of all, I've been made to understand that you have been harassing and also bashing my son, Austin. I do not appreciate that. First of all, you are not in a position to be telling people who to like, what to do, or how to do things, okay? Let's get one thing straight. You are not someone else's boss. And opinion bashing and threatening to call the police on other people, unless you have a real good legal ground to do that, you have nothing. Basically, I want you to knock that stuff off, okay? Because if I continue to hear about you harassing my son, or anyone else for that matter, I will be having the authorities contacting you for harassment. And I have the means to do that too.
So the Austin...
Yes. Austin Lee. And he has his father. Boom. That's what a real father is. Good for him. Good for him. I'll also be subscribed to his channel as a reward, though. And because Austin Lee is the 6th victim, I'm really sorry. Austin Lee, if you're seeing this, I kind of feel bad for you. I will be comforting you. I will be subscribed to your channel. Well, but yeah, as for Dan Sobel, you are cooked on thin ice. Yep. You are so cooked. Not gonna lie. No, even more. You are literally barbecued big time. I am not gonna lie. The fact that I didn't bother making this video like last year proves that I ain't evolved, because I just take a year hiatus after, well, a 2-year hiatus to be exact. Really, just a big pain in the ass.
That he's talking about in that clip there is the Austin Lee YouTube channel. From what I see, it's just a bunch of random stuff, a lot of random clips of like buses and planes and just public transport stuff. But it seems at one point or another, Austin would have some confrontations here with Dan, and Dan would send him some very not nice threats online, as he likes to do, and was trying to bully him and tell him what to do. So what did Austin do? He got the best man he knew on the case, his dad, and goddamn, Pops really laid into him. There's actually a second one too, so let's jump into that.
This is a message for Dan Sobel. This is Austin's father. In my first video, I addressed you and your behavior and how you had harassed my son. End of that first video, I also gave you a warning. I said that if I needed to, I would contact the authorities and make a report about your online behavior, where you're harassing people, doing all sorts of other inappropriate things. You were sent a notification about that video. So either you chose to completely ignore it, ignore the notification, or you watched that video and chose to ignore my message. I'll tell you right now that you ignored my message at your own peril. I have gone back and I've looked at some of the videos that you have produced over at least the past year prior to your taking this supposed hiatus. And quite frankly, I'm very disgusted by what I see, how you rant and rave against other people. You tell them to go do certain things, like, you know, taking their fingers and doing you know what with it, or telling them to buy things. Why you tell anyone to do that is beyond me. You are making death threats. At least 2 people that I know of from your videos. That's what I wish to address in this video right now. I told you, you are nobody's boss. You do not have any authority or power whatsoever to tell anybody what to do or what to buy or who to like. That's not your purview. Okay.
Man, Pops really be spitting on that one. Can't even really argue with anything he's saying, and he says a lot more, but he
And come to think of it, this is like the second time in a row. Damn, Sobel. You are... I don't know what to say, man. I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point. But his father, you just ignored your father. You just ignored Austin. That's ignored the father, Austin Lee's warning. And you committed an act of offense again. No. Yeah, you are extremely barbecued for this. Ooh. I'm thinking I might get a barbecue biscuit out of you. Put it on my plate and gobble you up. Nom, 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 nom. I'm gonna lie, but yeah, ain't no biggie. Big over minors and all that shit. Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
kind of runs in circles, so we're going to cut it off there. We all know Dan is definitely a troublemaker out here on these YouTube streets. And just to show you how deplorable Dan actually is, because I know he looks like an innocent, autistic weirdo, and that's about it, and you're just hearing all these allegations and self-admissions, well, check this out.
Shut up, Michael. I don't care. I'm going to put my middle finger on Eddie's. I don't care if he's a fucking minor or not. Oh, hell no! But I still have rights to hate Devin Osborne and Vinny the social media guy for two reasons. Because Devin Osborne is a son of a bitch. He deserves to die from seizures. And if you're still friends with Allie Wilson, You can tell your friend Allie Wilson I am going to drink her piss.
Excuse me. The fuck did you just say?
And since Charlie Janice is a minor, I'm gonna have to tell him to shove that middle finger up his privates.
Oh boy, it only gets worse from there too. We're only scratching the surface, but we're gonna have to bring this episode to a close because I don't know how much more my psyche can handle of Dan Sobel today. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to hit that like button. Throw me down some comments about Dan Sobel down below.
Next.
And yes, yes, I did do because I did.
Hi, everybody. I am not very happy.
And yes, yes, I did do because I did tell Bella Harris to shove the middle finger up her when she was young, and I did send that threat to Randy and Reese.
Every so often, I come across a locale or some sort of spectacle online that just catches my attention and has me scratching my head like, what the heck is this? That's how I fell down the whole Cyrax rabbit hole, the Daniel Larson rabbit hole, and now I think I might have found another one, folks. Today, we're going to be talking about Dan Sobel and his absolutely deranged activity online. He doesn't seem to be covered as much as a lot of other cows, doesn't seem to have the popularity, but thanks to Leaping Lemur, shout out to Leaping Lemur, you can find a link to their description down below, I was able to get a good understanding of who this person is, why they're so hated, and what makes them a lolcow. I got quite a few clips from them as well, so definitely show them some love. They cover lolcows just like I do, but at a bigger level, I would say. Dan, he's got a lot of allegations against him, a lot of weird fetishes, some definite mental illness that I don't know if he has addressed quite yet, and several self-admissions of being a PDF. And while all the rest of that may be bad, the moment you throw the PDF stuff in there, you know old Swampy D's gotta get up out of his rocking chair, put his bourbon down, and start yelling at them weirdos. So let's jump into the story of Dan here.
Hi everybody, it's Dan, and I feel like I felt ashamed of myself after what I have done recently this year and for the last 4 years ago. So I want to admit my wrongdoings the right way. So here it is. So I have originally joined YouTube since back in 2020, and I did make bad videos out of the Play Along Gang back in 2020, taking the Play Along Gang way too seriously by forcing them to quit. And yes, I did tell Rocco and his friends to quit YouTube and take them way too seriously.
So I decided to start here because I thought it would make sense for us just to get right into the nitty-gritty of why we need to be disliking this person and why they're getting bullied or made fun of or made a lolcow. Right out the horse's mouth, he's going to be admitting to pretty much all the weird stuff he's done, which we will circle back to and show you exactly what he's talking about as much as we can. Some of these clips are easy to find, some of them are harder. But with that said, let's jump back into it.
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked.
Oh boy.
Unlock bigger screens and better controls.
And then back in
Fucking ass hits. Yeah, speaking of that, here's what happened.
Easy to find, some of them are harder. But with that said, let's jump back into it.
And then back in 2021, I made angry message videos and furious message videos and user videos out of people that I don't like. And yes, I was a Go Kid by using Go Animate styled rants and...
Oh, so you're telling me you're a Go Kid now? Oh, good Lord. What has the Go Animate for y'all community gone into? This is ridiculous. Ugh.
videos by acting like I was from Go Animate, which is now as Rapper Offline, Flash Themes, and Beyond, like I was, which proves that I'm part of the Beyond community, and I think I put myself in the Beyond community too much.
No fucking joke. The reputation of the Beyond community is real. Well, could say the reputation of the Beyond community is looking real bad, thanks to this guy. Looking at you, Dan. You just make everything look bad for yourself. Unbelievable. Fucking insane.
And yes, back in 2022, I did make bad videos out of people that I don't like, send them grounded threats and punishment day threats, which basically was my fault for what I did.
So as I said, we're going to jump back and forth here with some clips, but this is a clip of one of these said videos where he says mean, nasty, spirited things to them. And honestly, when you're watching this, you immediately know this guy has to have some sort of IQ deficiency, some sort of mental illness, because these, quote, punishments he is inflicting on these people, allegedly, are downright batshit insane. And you're going to see that right out the gate here.
Family Guy fan zone, as of today, and get out of here. I hope you close down your YouTube channel forever, or else it's gonna get terminated for calling me a man-child and for calling me a baby.
Listen, motherfucker. You have the right to go after you call you man-child because you're acting like a whine dog. Also, threatening him to get his chance on me. Are you kidding me? You're trying. What are you now? Yeah, you're trying to be like all these shady ass people here, trying to be all like entitled. All these shit. Now, come on. That's some fucked up shit. Oh, that about that.
But no, I am not a man-child or a baby. You are. You're the one that's acting like a man-child and a baby.
I know you are, but what am I?
But I am a grown adult, plus I'm 22 years old. But you're a 5-year-old. That's what you are, Family Guy fan zone. You're acting like a 5-year-old. Guess what? I've already blocked you from my channel. That way you'll never bother me ever again. And for your punishment, I'm forcing you to get the French-Canadian VHS of Fantasia from Amazon.com. So go buy that tape.
And forcing them to buy stuff that they don't want to buy. And the reason why I had to force people to buy stuff that they don't want to buy is because, well, take Andy Ho as an example. Andy Ho did all that stuff back in 2021 because he forced people to buy stuff. So I had to copy the exact same way he did back in 2021. And back in September.
So what you're telling me is that you copy his stuff just because Anho did the same stuff? Bro. That's real fucked up. Even from you.
November of 2022, yes, I did scream towards my haters, which did cause me to lose friends.
So, of course, the logic behind why he would try to force people to buy these very obscure and weird things is because he saw somebody else do it. And, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Now, obviously, Dan has many.
And you know what? He did have a reason. I thought Andy Ho was the one that did that, but turns out he was the one who forced people in the first place. And he had to copy people because he did a lot of stuff. So, I'm sorry, Andy Ho, but you're going to have to go. And the only reason why you did that is because you do a lot of bad stuff, so I'm just going to leave you be. I ain't going to bother ask you or anything. Goodbye.
more things we're going to dive into, but this particular thing caught me off guard when I first started watching videos about the guy. What do you mean you sent out angry videos to people? And they're all kind of like in the same vein, where he's just like, I hate you. You better get off YouTube before I delete you. If you don't, well, I'm going to report you. Yeah, to make up for it, you better buy this crazy, rare, obscure DVD that you won't find anywhere, but I'll tell you it's on Amazon, even though it's not. I don't know. It's just so insane. It's just like, I don't understand the logic here.
And yes, I did send people and to George Moeller, and also, yes, I did steal SpongeBob SquarePants' line and Will Smith's line just because I got mad at a certain person. And yes, I did bash Parker's opinion on the Wiggles and Blue's Clues since yesterday. And yes, I did do, because I did tell Bella Harris to shove the middle finger up her private parts when she was young, and I did send that threat to Randy and Reese, which caused Christopher Leon to be mad at me, and I did show myself naked on a Google Meets, which is to 3 minors.
I cannot be the only one that was listening to him go on, being like, yeah, and I did this, and I did this, and then I did this, and it just progressively got worse and worse and worse. I know I'm chuckling here, but it's just like, holy crap, how can you just so casually admit all these terrible things, and then try to sprinkle some really mundane things in between to make it seem not as bad, but just to casually be like, yeah, I did PDF stuff, I was naked on a panel with like 3 kids, and I knew it, but I'm sorry about it. I guess at least he's apologizing, but I mean, you can't really apologize for these types of things. These are not mistakes. These are just actual terrible predatory. Really apologize for these types of things. These are not mistakes. These are just actual terrible predatory behaviors.
Wayfair has the aesthetics that are
Not really open. I'll get to my own response in just a moment.
TikTok video of myself getting ready for bed, which is the song from Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. That was really my fault for what I did back in 2023. So yeah, that was the TikTok video that you guys just mentioned, because I did make that TikTok video back in 2023 because for what I did was very disgusting. I have been all of that time, but this is why I've been losing a lot of friends recently. And yes, I did call Wesley Norris the N-word back in 2021. I'm sorry for all the bad stuff I have done and everything I've caused. I did act like a man-child too, and act like a zoof by licking my dog's tongue in front of everyone on social media.
Something's got to give, boys. It just gets worse and worse. The moment I'm like, okay, fine, cool, we're finally done with this clip. Then he's like, yeah, but I also licked my dog's tongue in front of, oh God, no. I also have baby fetishes. Oh God, no. It just gets worse and worse. This guy talks about Blue's Clues a lot, Dora the Explorer, like actual, like real toddler shows. Like when we say kids shows, I think most people are talking about like 8 to maybe like 15-year-olds watching these like cartoons. No, this guy is actually talking about children shows, and it's actually disturbing. But we'll get into that.
I've done all of those things for the whole 5 years. I'm really sorry, everyone. Can you all forgive me? If you don't,
don't want to accept my apology, I'm fine dealing with people who denying my apology, because I'm going to handle that from now on.
So now,
What a joke. Even now, as the latest half-assed apology stumbles out one side of your mouth, a new set of horrible ideas, bad stuff, and the horrible actions poured out from the other. But the damage is already done. The people have made up their minds. Nobody actually believes a word you said. And it's not just within the Beyond community. It's everybody else on YouTube. They all know what you did. They already know what you just said. But even better, they already know who you are. As if 5 years in 2020 to the next. As anyone who has the sense of capability, the fact that you joined 2020 6 years ago makes me realize how much hell that you have unleashed. Like, these aren't some sort of all mistakes. And you can go like, oh, yeah. Or this stuff, I don't know. Let me fix that. No. These are not some ordinary mistakes. These are habits. This is not okay. You don't deserve forgiveness. Nobody will be accepting your apology. And you know what? I don't even give a rat's ass. Because from what I can tell, every single one of your so-called friends have cut all ties with you. And soon, your family will be disowning you soon. I just don't know what to say about you, man. Jesus H. Christ. And I won't even forget how you randomly attacked Michael Rizzo just because he hates you. I'll get to him later. But yeah. You don't know what I mean? Here's his voice message. Here's this one right here.
Video clip message for Michael Rizzo. This is my raging.
Here he is. Let's play it.
Brizard. This is my raging audio clip message for Michael Rizzo. This is my raging audio clip message for Michael Rizzo, Killian Sawyer, Andrew Broussard, Jared Burke, and Kevin Middleman. Michael, Killian, Andrew, Jared, and Kevin, I cannot believe that you roasted my friend Ben Lucero. You should realize that roasting people on the internet is a crime, and you can go to jail for that. Speaking of that, Michael, I cannot believe that you use a police threat on Ben Lucero. You know that police threats doesn't work. Also, Michael Rizzo, Killian Sawyer, Andrew Broussard, Kevin Middleman, and Jared Burke, I cannot believe you threatened Ben Lucero to give him a birthday punishment day. This proves that you guys are acting like Paper Luigi 99, who basically made birthday punishment day videos out of Dora the Explorer, Caillou, and Little Bill. And you guys are acting like Paper Luigi 99 right now. And you know you should not be giving him lectures about what he did in the past. Because the past is the past. And you need to let go of what happened in the past and focus on the future. And I still remember the time that you kept on bringing up my past. And you boys need to understand that we're getting closer to 2027. So I want you boys to just forget about what happened in the past and focus on the future. Because you need to realize that me and Ben Lucero have already improved our behaviors. But you just can't let go of the past. And you know that two wrongs don't make a right. And another thing, Michael, Killian, Jared, Andrew, and Kevin, I want you to leave Ben Lucero's cousin alone. Because you do not even know about Ben Lucero's cousin. If you try to mess with Ben Lucero, his cousins, or any of his relatives again, then you're going to keep getting called out. Oh, and by the way, Kevin Middleman, my friend David Brodsky has already reported your YouTube channel because you keep on troll feeding your haters 24/7. Same applies, goes out to you too, Michael Rizzo. You need to learn how to stop taking haters way to the extreme. Because I had enough of you troll feeding me, Ben Lucero, and the rest of my friends and taking us way to the extreme, treating us like we're worse than Hitler. And also, do not even accuse me and Ben Lucero of using autism as an excuse for bad behavior. None of us did not even use autism as an excuse for bad behavior. And another thing you need to realize, Nick Moon is already on our side, because you also need to realize that Nick Moon is not a child anymore. Nick Moon is a grown adult now, and you should realize it too. By the way, Michael Moon isn't very happy with you because of what you did to Nick Moon. So Michael Moon is also cutting ties with you because of what you did to Nick Moon. And also, Michael, Killian, Jared, Andrew, and Kevin, you guys need to quit using the no position term, because I have every right to tell you that the no position term is pointless. Michael, Killian, Andrew, Jared, and Kevin, you need to quit using the no position term because it proves that you are stealing a line from a Supreme Court justice. This is why that the no position term is pointless nowadays, and you need to stop using that term. And also, you need to stop using curse words, because curse words is not a freedom of speech. It is offensive to say that in front of women, and it's also illegal to say that out in public.
Curse words is not freedom of speech? Okay, Dan Sobel, let me tell you the difference between freedom of speech and hate speech, and how cuss words gets to fill in that line. Freedom of speech is that freedom of speech is basically you can say anything you want, including cuss words. Hell, I had to understand. I get that cuss words is not okay, because teaching kids how to swear is wrong. Get that. But hate speech? Nah. That's just, hate speech is not okay. It's offensive to people. It's wrong. All that. But what drives me crazy, the fact that I'm itching myself for it, is that saying that hate speech is free speech is like saying, saying that hate speech is free speech is like me saying that small dick is a big dick. It's just, it's just rubbish. It makes no sense whatsoever. Complete malarkey. I'll finish this off, and then I'll do Michael's response, and yada yada, all that.
Because people find curse words offensive, and you have no respect for women whatsoever. And another thing you need to know, the freedom of speech term is pointless nowadays, which proves that you cannot handle the fact that you are not being respectful to women. That is why the freedom of speech term is now becoming pointless nowadays. So, if I were you boys, I recommend you stop using the freedom of speech term and the no position term, because those terms are getting old and it's pointless nowadays. And besides, like I said, we're getting closer to 2027. So I want you guys to forget about what happened in the past, focus on the future, stop going after us 24/7, and stop using the no position term and the freedom of speech term. I hope you boys understand what I'm saying. So, goodbye for good, Michael Rizzo, Killian Sawyer, Andrew Brazard, Jared Burke, and Kevin Mittelman. And I hope you boys get grounded by your parents forever.
Well, that seems a little ironic coming from a man who got grounded by his parents for basically doing all the stupid shit. Not gonna lie. He's fool to be honest. He could go right ahead. I don't fucking care. He could go fuck himself. Yeah, fuck you, Dan Sobel. I don't care. Nope. And here's this one, Michael Rizzo. It's gonna be shorter than his long ass video. I think it'll be like 5 minutes and 6 seconds shorter, but yeah, it is.
Listen to me, motherfucker. we all have the right to use the no position term and freedom of speech term because those terms are not fucking pointless, you motherfucking man-child son of a bitch. Because we all have the right to use those terms because it's a free country. If you don't like the no position term, freedom of speech term, just ignore it and move on. It's not that hard. It's easy. And by the way, we all have the right to use cuss words. And you told me and everyone to watch our language while we're cursing, and yet you are swearing when you're angry. That proves you're acting like a big baby Tom 2.0 right here. So do me a favor, and I don't care if it's in the past. People are going to remember you, Ben Lucero, and all other your friends for it. So, I had enough with your fucking shit, Dan Sobel. Besides, jail threats and police threats are gonna fucking work, you motherfucking man-child son of a bitch. You motherfucking dirtbag, douchebag, asshole, flathead son of a bitch and dickhead, two-stilled bitch, two-faced cock-sucking twat, deadbeat motherfucker, don't know how to fuck. You fucking baby man who likes to stay home and watch preschool shows 24/7 instead of getting a fucking job. By the way, we're going to send the evidence to Austin Lee, and then Austin Lee's father is going to make another police report on your fucking ass, and then your ass is going to fucking prison in 2027. So, goodbye, Dan Sobel, you motherfucking man-child, pussy wanker cunt.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan Sobel, since you wish me unhappy birthday this year, well, guess what, motherfucker? I'm going to say, fuck your birthday. And I'm giving you a middle finger as your late birthday present, you man-child son of a bitch.
Ooh. Talk about being roasted, Dan. But here's one thing that's really going to shock me. Here's this.
Seriously, Kenneth Powers? Why would you threaten me to hijack a spaceship? You know, hijacking things that are made of transportation is illegal. And you know better than to insult the gym called Planet Fitness, because you know that Planet Fitness is the name of the company of the gymnasium. And as for you, Michael Rizzo, I have done every rights to wish you an unhappy belated birthday. And I don't care if you call me a son of a bitch, because calling people a bitch isn't nice. And you know it's considered a curse word. You boys are still not getting over the fact that the freedom of speech term is old nowadays. So you have no rights to do exposing videos or exposing people on community posts. Exposing someone is starting to get pointless. We're getting close to 2027. And if you want to become an FBI agent supporter and a cop supporter, good luck with that, because I am going to become a cop killer in the future very soon. Just like in the movie Queen and Slim, because I know there's going to be cop killers in the movie Queen and Slim, and I'm going to become one of them. And that's what's going to happen to you. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So, leave me and my friends alone, dude. If you dare to use the FBI threat or police threat one more time, I'm going to become a cop killer, just like in the movie Queen and Slim.
Oh, God. Go now. Are you for real, Dan?
Okay, Kenneth Powers. Number one, I am not gay like Brandon Horniger because I only have a girlfriend. Because my girlfriend's name is Hannah Kober, and she is already my crush. Second of all, Calvin Nance did not do anything to you. Because me and Calvin Nance have been friends for like over 6 years, and you do not ever mess with Calvin Nance. Just because Calvin Nance wears an elephant mask doesn't give you a right to call him names like this. And the reason why I have to say something racist about Asian people and African people is because I was being used by Jose Crespin because Jose Crespin has been using me over race. And I had to block Jose from every social media platforms because due to his behavior. Because you know that Jose Crespin used me for racism. That's why I had to block Jose Crespin for it. And I don't care if you use the no position term about me not being friends with Jose. Because this no position term is pointless nowadays. And no, I am not taking any jokes of yours. I am taking it very, very seriously. Because your jokes is not funny, Kenneth Powers. I take them very seriously. Also, if you're still friends with Brett Kohler, tell Brett Kohler I'm gonna cut his dick off. If he is still young, that is.
Oh.
Because Brett Kohler needs to stop making up jokes called the trippin' jokes. Because trippin' jokes isn't funny. And calling people trippin' is not nice. This is why I'm no longer associated with the trippin' jokes ever again. If you want to support the trippin' jokes, have fun getting haters for it. Besides, I have been trying my best to ignore you and all of your friends, but you and your friends kept on interrupting me. I'm not going to tolerate with all of this behavior if you keep on interrupting me along with your no good gang. You are really sick in the head right now. So, I am ignoring you and moving on from you permanently. Since we're getting close to 2027. So very well, goodbye.
You know, after seeing this, after hearing these audio recordings, these folk are really fucked up. These motherfuckers here, he's been doing all bad shit. Not gonna lie. His apology sucks ass. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But that's enough from that. Time to finish this off. I think it has like under 12 minutes, so here goes nothing.
That you're sufficiently aware that this guy is a self-admitted creep and is very aware of his behavior, but seemingly doesn't care, even if he is sending this apology here. Again, apologies don't really mean anything if there's no actions behind those words. Let's look at some of the other questionable things he's done. Now, other locales we have covered in the past, like a Cyrax, have tried to do these weird little VTuber arcs where they hide behind these very kid-friendly, very inviting characters to hide that they look like a slob and a monster. But they also are obviously targeting children, which is a big no-no. So let's check out some of that here.
Hola, Dan Sobel. Soy Naya. I am very delighted to meet you for the first time. How are things going with you today? That's very great to hear. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you my favorite season 3 episode of Blue's Clues.
He sounds like Mickey Mouse. Sounds like an Hispanic version of Mickey Mouse. Ugh, disgusting. I think I'm gonna order from all these.
Wanna know what it is? Okay, let me tell you. My favorite season 3 episode of Blue's Clues is Environments.
How dare you call me a man-child? I am telling your parents. Be me, Fadi, and Noor. Get your son.
And of course, Factor 5. I'm going to move on.
What did he do now? Hamoud just called me a man-child.
Hamoud, how could you calling Dan Sobel a man-child? You know he's not a man-child.
You are grounded until we go to the movies to see Spider-Man No Way Home.
Go to your room now.
I genuinely have the weirdest vibes watching this type of stuff. Like, who is this for besides children? And the logic just gets dumber and dumber. Sometimes I feel bad covering these people because their IQ, their mental faculties are clearly not all there. But, you know, when you see that children are involved and that they're self-admittedly doing very strange and unscrupulous things, if you will, with children around, that immediately makes me lose all sympathy for you. You're no longer a human to me. I don't know about you guys, but I do not see PDFs on the same level as human beings.
By the powers of Satan! Bartman Homer the 7th, you have been cursed, and I got the 3 cards here for a curse. Okay, the first card for this curse is the King of Hearts. The King of Hearts means that you need to start getting a job and make lots of money for the rest of your life. Our second card for the curse is the Jack of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts means that you need to start eating lots and lots of junk food for the rest of your life. And the last card for this curse is the Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs means that you need to start drinking until you and rest in peace in heaven. So then anyways, those are 3 cards for the curse. Our 3 cards again is the King of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts, and last but not least, the Jack of Clubs. So anyways, this is your big guy, Dan Sobel, saying peace out.
I don't even really know how to react to this one without laughing, so this is like my 8th take trying to record this segment. So apparently Dan is out here with some random playing cards, acting like these are cards of death. Buddy has been watching too much Death Note or something, and that's very obvious. He sends this to another YouTuber that's apparently in his little corner of the internet, and they actually react and send a reply back, so we'll check that out in a second. This is absolutely diabolical, and honestly, I'm shocked that more people don't know about Dan at this point, because this guy acts and reacts like an actual 5 IQ, brain-dead individual. And this is exactly the type of person everybody warned you not to be when you're growing up. Like, don't play too many video games, don't watch too many animes, you'll turn into a brain mush weirdo, and this is exactly that weirdo they were warning you not to turn into.
Oh my god.
Man. Cards of death, really? Oh man. This is so funny. Okay. After this, really diabolical from Dan Sobel. I don't think he's really sorry at all. He's not. At the 50. I'm really glad a lot of people from the community have known a lot about him. And you know what? He should be just. You know what? He should be ashamed. Not gonna lie, he's doing all this stupid ass shit. It's in the world. I just move on.
Oh, Dan Sobel, are you for real? Seriously? Seriously, this is not how you read playing cards properly. I mean, Oh no, I've been cursed by Dan Sobel playing cards.
Now, it gets worse. There's much more going on behind the scenes. There's clips of him saying the N-word with the hard R and various other interesting choice words to people. And he doesn't just say you're the N-word. No, he emphasizes it with telling you what color you are first, which makes it even more suspicious and absolutely disgusting. But if racism, PDF, activity, man-child behavior, and everything in between isn't enough for you to hate somebody, we're just only entering the ride here. There's still more to go. So let's jump into the next antic here that will probably set your brain on fire because we're all normal people with common sense, I hope.
Well, everyone, I'm afraid I have some shocking and devastating news that I'm going to have to tell you all. Jimmy Carter, the 39th president of the United States, has passed away at the age of 100. And, oh man, that was the longest life he has ever lived. So, anyways, let's give it a moment of silence. Thank you. Jimmy Carter will be sadly missed. May he now rest in peace.
So as you can see, there's things that are as mundane as this guy just randomly making videos about people who have passed, and this is definitely not the first person he's done it for. And as you can tell, he has no idea who these people are. You think Dan has any idea the contributions that Jimmy Carter did as a president, or even when he was president? Shoot, I can hardly tell you any of that. And I'd like to think I have a little bit more mental fortitude than this guy does. Let's check out some of this weird Blue's Clues stuff he likes to do. I mentioned earlier he seems to be obsessed with shows like Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer, and this will definitely give you a little bit of insight on that.
We just got a letter. 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 I wonder who it's from. Hey, look, it's a letter from our friend, Matthew Prano.
Hi, Dan and everybody else. Today I want to show you my notebook collection for my upcoming series, Blue's Clues and Doodlebops. Would you like to see it? Firstly, I got the Flying Colors Handy Dandy Notebook from Steve, which I'm going to be using it for Season 1 and Season 2 of Blue's Clues and Doodlebops. Next up, I got the Halloween-themed Handy Dandy Notebook, which has the Halloween-themed striped crayon, and a ghost set which is named Boo Wow!
I don't know, there's just something absolutely disturbing to me to see full-grown men acting like little children, being so excited about this stuff. I get that there's mental illnesses, people can have autism, Down syndrome, whatever it may be, and their interests may be skewed into these things. And that's entirely fine. But when these people are self-admitted predators, that's when I start feeling very wrong about this. It just feels like any and every way they could possibly get closer to children.
Once again, brain cells popping out. Dan Sobel. Just thinking about him. I killed myself. I cannot even fathom of what he is right now. Oh well. Oh well. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this long ass video. Fortunately, it takes about 6 minutes and 43 seconds.
They will do it.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan, the My Little Pony and Sophia the First fan, and I'm here at Burger King once again. And guess what they brought back? Yep, Burger King just brought back the bacon melt. So?
Bacon melt. Okay. Honestly, junk food, bad stuff. Healthy food, good stuff. Big difference. We understand what you're trying to eat, but don't just show it in front of people. Nobody even cares. Come on, man.
This is our taste test review of the day. The bacon melt over here at the folks over at BK. So take a look right here on the thumbnail, everybody. It's got some bacon, and it's got some cheese right there on the thumbnail right now. But a special beef patty, if you ask me. Take a look on the thumbnail right now. We're gonna go ahead and try one of the bacon melts from the folks over at BK. So what are we waiting for? Let's get ready to peep this out. But first, I gotta get ready to try the beef barbecue right now. So
There's just something about lolcows and doing really gross food reviews, food hacks, whatever. The most notorious is obviously King Cobra JFS when it comes to that type of stuff, but holy cow, I don't know what it is with these lolcows and absolutely just being diabolically boring, but then diabolically gross on top of it, and then thinking they need to record it and give us their opinion like it matters to anybody at all. I honestly could have lived the rest of my life never knowing what the hell this burger looked like dissected, but here we are.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I have an explain to do about your videos on me. Explain to me, Dylan. I have an explain.
Like dissected, but here we are.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I have an explain to do about your videos on me. Explain to me, Dylan.
Oh God. Oh God. Now you're look. Whenever someone makes videos about you, you just fucking lose your shit.
Sorry, Dylan, you need to explain this now. Explain why you keep making videos out of me and not leaving me alone. You better explain, Dylan.
It's simple because you're.
Dylan, I want you to listen good. I had enough of going after people who keep making bad videos. Listen good. You better now. Explain why you keep making videos out of me and not leaving me alone. You better explain, Dylan.
It's simple because you're.
Dylan, I want you to listen good.
Dude, he's trying to explain the whole thing, and you just cut him off? Bro, just, no. Big ass Goku. I'll just get the Burger King later. Right now, Dan Sobel's main objective.
I had enough of going after people who keep making bad videos out of me. I just had enough.
They're not
And thanks to
bad
that-
videos out of you. They're videos criticizing you for what you've done.
Look, I had
Like,
enough
it's
with
for
these
what you've done.
criticizing.
Like,
I'm
you can't,
traumatized and depressed right
Dad,
now.
Dad, chill.
The
Bro,
guys, listen to me. I am traumatized and depressed right now.
You're not going through anything but shit that you put yourself through. It's
Look,
your
I
fault
had
that you-
enough. Every time I see a video that people keeps doing to me,
That's
it
not
makes me
our fault.
mad.
It's all on you, Dan. It's all on you. Like,
If you
we have
didn't do
nothing
all
to
of
do with
this
that.
shit, if you didn't do all of
Like,
this
if you
shit,
didn't
then
do all this shit, we wouldn't even have to do it. Like,
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
just stayed off the
Would have
internet, we
just
wouldn't even
left
be
you.
making those videos out of you. Like, do you even know how the internet works?
So in some more recent news, apparently Dan has been on a spree apologizing for all these absolutely deplorable things he's done, which, you know, obviously means nothing to anybody. And now he's trying to tell people to stop bothering him. Maybe we've heard this before from other lolcows, how people are just ruining their lives. The trolls won't let them just go away and live their life all alone, with nobody bothering them. And realistically, if these people would just disappear, likely they wouldn't be dealing with it. As you hear here in the clips, that's just not how the internet works. The more you feed the internet, the more the internet will come after you. And like I've said in several past videos on different locales, I don't think it really matters if you left or not. You're always going to have that small subgroup of people lingering around just to cause you hell because of the things you've done. Sometimes apologizing just isn't enough to atone for your mistakes, as a lot of people call them. I don't think preying on children is a mistake, though. I still think that's a very deliberate thing that people do when they are sickos.
Look, you guys are just ruining my life. All you did, Dylan, is just react to my recent angry message videos. How I threatened someone to force someone to buy Bear in the Big Blue House
And
VHS.
also,
If you were to do that shit, I would have
you
ignored
told
you.
a 16-year-old boy that he deserved to be.
Cooper is 16.
We're
You
not
did this to
talking about
Cooper.
Cooper. We're not talking about Cooper. And we did not say he deserved. Cooper did this shit to himself. And Cooper shouldn't be hanging out with you because he's a fucking 16-year-old minor. Cooper is a fucking minor and he shouldn't be hanging out with people like you, Ben Lucero and Eric Payton. And that's just basic common sense.
Well,
Yes.
the only thing you did is that you ruined my life, you ruined Ben Lucero's life. All you did was pick a battle.
You ruined your life, Dad. You ruined your own life by
It's the
joining the
decisions
internet.
you made that
You
made
ruined
you
your
ruin
it's your
Oh,
decision.
you're
You made those life-altering decisions.
Apparently, after you got confronted by all these guys, you want to claim he ruined your life. Bro, you ruined your own life. You know, own up like a fucking man. You know what? I'm glad that you're out of sight. You don't even deserve to be on the fucking internet after all the shit you did. No. Fortunately, I got 1 minute and 7 seconds, so let's wrap this
Not
up.
us. We did not tell you to
Oh,
fucking
God.
show your dick to Hamoudi. We did not tell you to admit to being a pedophile in your quote-unquote apology video. Like, how many times are we going to have to say this? It's not our fault. You did this to yourself, Dan.
So the current clips we're seeing are roughly about a month to 2 months old. The upload date says a month here, so I'm going to assume it's somewhere between there. Could be older though, who knows. And of course, this idiot is once again self-snitching and just admitting to everything he's ever been accused of, which I guess is a nice switch of pace, with all these lolcows lying all the time and trying to rewrite history right in front of our eyes. But even with that said, he tries to act like it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal that he did these things. And of course, it's absolutely a big deal to victimize anybody under the age, and honestly it's wrong to do that to anybody over the age as well. Just don't do this to people. Be a normal human being, be respectable, and for the most part, good things will come to you. Anyways, that's our quick view into Dan Sobel. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave me a comment down below. Tell me what else I should be looking into with this guy. Let me know any other locales you'd like to see me take a look at, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, that's enough. I've just seen enough of him. Yeah, I've seen enough of his behavior. Just by thinking about it makes me realize his true colors. And the way he's been doing. He's saying that Dan, you really fucked up. No doubt about that. I just don't know at this point. All these brain cells and this stuff. Your apology means nothing. That's for certain. And when you got confronted by all these guys, all just common sense. Let me read you something. You got hated because you were half naked on a TikTok video, which is completely disgusting as in his so-called apology video. And then you showed off your dick while being naked to 3 minors. Let's not also forget you basically attack people all because your so-called friends got called out for their stupid ass shit. I mean, yeah. Any other stuff? You got grounded on your parents. Okay. That's fair. No. You force people to buy anything you want just because you copy a certain somebody who does this shit. Okay. Fair enough. But after all that, lies! Complete lies! Mm-mm. You know what? Dan Sobel, fuck you. I'm not buying it. Just stay off the fucking internet. Dan Sobel, if you're seeing this, stay off the fucking internet. I don't want you anywhere ever again. sorry about this loudness up into it. Sorry about my rage, people, but it's just that Dan Sobel is a complete 100% asshole from the very beginning. He should not be going near any child with them. And to any parent seeing this, you need to protect your child from this man and his so-called friends. He doesn't want to be any of this. And Dan Sobel, if you're seeing this, go get a job, stay off the fucking internet, and go be with somebody else on your own fucking age. Okay? Okay. That's all for now. This is Jimbo. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on my post notifications. Yep. Turn on the bell for post notifications. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell for post notifications. I hope you like my video. And the next drama stream, I'll be going after some people. I'm going to be moving on from this guy. Never again. Anyway, it's also from me. This is Jay Gibbo, the Superhero Fan 2K2, signing off. Bye-bye.